from Lakey. This is where we slept last night. It is just past the border of New South Wales and Victoria, so we're in Victoria now. And the weather was awesome. That storm cloud that we thought was coming our way actually just missed us, thank God. So got a little bit more sleep. So on the agenda for today, we are heading to some cute regional towns in Victoria. So first up is Beechworth for some brekkie at the famous Beechworth Bakery. Then after that, we're heading to Ballarat, which is famous for its open air museum called Sovereign Hill. And it's basically just a little town staged as exactly as it was in the gold rush era. And then after that, we'll probably keep heading down south to basically the start of the Great Ocean Road. So we're going to drive that whole road into South Australia. And yeah, I think we're going to get an early start. Not as good as the other one. So there's been a bit of a change of plans again. So we left Lake Hume, we stopped in at Beechworth to have a look around at that little town, and then our plan was to go down to Ballarat and have a look around there as well. But it just seems that we're bringing the bad weather with us, and that storm that was in New South Wales is like making its way over, and we really wanted to do the Great Ocean Road without it raining, obviously, so we're just gonna rush there. We're currently on our way to Torquay, which is the start of the Great Ocean Road. So we're just making our way there now. We're about an hour and a half away. So that is the plan. We're kind of just winging it and pivoting and yeah, just going with the flow really. But first we just had to fill up. We've been filling up pretty much every day, $100. We're driving longer distances than we thought, just to obviously rush down to the Great Ocean Road. Hopefully once we get back to the coast, we're taking it a bit slower. Cannot afford to be putting in $100 every day. Alright, so we have just arrived in Anglesey on the Great Ocean Road, one of the first towns. And we are greeted with beautiful views like this. We've just pulled up. We're gonna go check out this beach. We've made it to the famous Round the Twist Lighthouse, and it's on like a really beautiful cliff, so I recommend stopping in here on the Great Ocean Road. There's so many beautiful lookouts like this one surrounding the lighthouse. So we've arrived at our campsite for the night in the Great Otway National Park, just a free campground with 6 sites, and you can't book, you just have to rock up and hope that there's a spot available, and luckily there was a spot available. As you can just see, it's really nice and quiet here. So we just thought to come inland a bit and check out the Great Otways. So the Great Ocean Road starts in a little town called Torquay, and then we stopped at a little beach in the next town over and in Anglesey, which was really nice. And then another pit stop at the Round the Twist Lighthouse. So Round the Twist was a famous Australian TV show, and it ran from 89 to 2001, so for 20 years. They lived in this famous lighthouse. So that's a bit of a backstory to that. Really pretty coastline. And then now we've just made our way here. It's about 10 minutes inland from the town called Lorne. There's actually a few bushwalks and waterfalls around in this national park, so maybe tomorrow we might go for a little walk in the morning, try and suss out if there's any nice waterfalls. Other than that, we're just gonna chill and relax now. So we've just stopped in at Kennet River, which is like a little, I don't know if it's a town, but if it is, it's a very small town. Because I read in a blog post online that you can see some koalas, some wild koalas here in the trees. So basically you just turn off the Great Ocean Road into Kennet River. There's a cafe that says Cafe Koala. You just park there. You walk along the Grey River Road, which is just in front of the cafe. So we're gonna go for a little walk, take our cameras, and hopefully we can spot some koalas. Right, we're on the hunt for a koala. Not many round, to be honest. I thought this was their hood, according to the blog post. But anyway, not gonna hold that against them. Maybe it's too loud for them, maybe it's too cold for them. You know, we'll keep looking. Hopefully we will see one.
A few moments later.
Alright, we've given up, calling it a day. I think if you walk like kilometers and kilometers, you'll probably find one. Or even if you drive, some people are driving really slow, but we're walking, so we're not gonna continue walking. But if you want to come here and try your luck, you might be able to see a koala. If I was a koala, where would I be? I think I would be here with the ocean views. We've just gotten to Beauchamp Falls Campground, which is a free campsite back in the Great Otway National Park. So we've come inland again, and this campground is right at the walkway for Beauchamp Falls, which is supposed to be a really pretty waterfall. So we're going to go check that out now. To get here, we left Kennet River with the disappointment with the koalas, or lack thereof, and made our way to Apollo Bay. So we followed the Great Ocean Road, and just past Apollo Bay you turn off to Beach Forest, and it's about 15 kilometers of gravel road. So we just had to take it really slow in the bus, but it was really beautiful. And then it goes into tar for a few kilometers, and you just turn off for Beauchamp Falls. So tomorrow I think that we'll check out the 12 Apostles. I think they're like what you think of when you think of the Great Ocean Road, but there's so many like beautiful waterfalls and these forests in this national park are definitely worth going off the Great Ocean Road for. But yeah, I'll show you the view now. of the campground. Isn't that stunning? What a view of the beech forest. It's a little fairy house. The windows. Well, that was a really pretty waterfall, and I didn't know you could swim in it, so I'm a bit annoyed I didn't bring my swimmers. And such a pretty walk here too. So pretty. Honestly, one of the prettiest forest walks I've been on. Feels like an enchanted forest. I must say, it is a good feeling to know that our home, where we're staying for the night, is there, so we don't have to leave and find somewhere to sleep. So once we get back, we can relax. And now we are just trying to find and pick up some wood for our fire. So we've got the fire going, and we're just going to pretend that it's not starting to sprinkle and getting heavier. But this is such a beautiful spot, and we're just enjoying it. On the menu tonight we have pesto pasta, something quick and easy, cooked on the fire. It looks delish. We've just arrived at Gibson Steps, which is just before the 12 Apostles. It's supposed to be really scenic. You walk down these steps onto the beach, and there's supposed to be really beautiful cliffs and rocks. So, just finding the entrance. I definitely recommend the Gibson Steps, stopping in at them before the 12 Apostles. It was really misty and foggy, but I think it actually added to the prettiness of it. Now we just got to the 12 Apostles, we've just parked and we're walking there now. My dad actually brought me here in, I think it was 2002. I don't really remember, I was young. And when he brought me here, I think there was 8 or 9 apostles, and the water erodes the rocks and therefore there becomes less and less. About 2002 there was 8 or 9, and now I think there's 5, but we'll see. That's what it looks like when it's sunny. Overcast. Sunny, overcast. And as you can see, it's saying going, going, gone. There were more. And that one's pretty much gone. And that one's pretty much going, which is a shame, but that's nature. And I think I can only see like 4 now, 3.5 really. I can imagine the water would be so blue on a sunny day. It's really overcast today. How pretty is that? So this is Lockhart Gorge, and you can actually walk down all the way to the beach. All that used to be connected, and it collapsed to form the London Bridge. These cliffs are just insane. So straight down. So another stop, another rock to look at. That was the London Bridge. They're saying that the actual arch, I don't know, but they're saying that could collapse too. So basically it wouldn't be a bridge anymore. It would just be like kind of like the 12 Apostles. So that's pretty interesting that we saw it while it was still a bridge. But yeah, definitely worth the stop. It's called the Grotto, and you can see the water is like a really nice turquoise colour, and then the sea in the background, really pretty. There's so much greenery surrounding it. Here she is. She's a bit dirty, needs a bit of a wash, I think, after all the forest driving. So we are now at Panmure. Can you shush? I'm trying to film here. We are just at Panmure camping ground. It's like a free rest area, and it's actually pretty cool. It has like a big swimming hole. It's called Emu Creek. It runs through the town, and there's a big swimming hole that you can actually swim in, and it's literally right next to the camping ground. So we went for a little bit of a dip, and the water wasn't actually too cold. It was really nice. And now we've just got dinner on, and we're just cooking the same as last night, some pesto pasta. The swimming hole is just through there. Tonight, instead of spinach, we added asparagus just to mix it up a bit, you know, keep it exciting while on the road. Delish. That is pretty much it for the Great Ocean Road. We had an awesome time. The weather we got really lucky with. It didn't rain, it was just overcast, and I would say the highlights of it were probably not the 12 Apostles, which, as I mentioned, is like the most probably known attraction of the Great Ocean Road, but I think Gibson Steps and the Lockhart Gorge were like just as probably more beautiful actually than the 12 Apostles. And we actually really enjoyed going inland and like going to some of those campsites that I filmed, and Beauchamp Falls and into the Great Otway National Park. We actually really enjoyed that. But now that we've kind of reached the end of the Great Ocean Road, we are slowly heading into South Australia, but we're going to probably just visit a few towns still in Victoria on the coast on the way. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.